Welcome back to Let's Play Mass Effect. We are finally going after Saren. We've gotten our way to Ilos, and we're going to, kick him or something. Just gotta jump through the mass relay. Oop. Geth ships. Remember, Normandy has like a stealth system.
Commander? We've got company.
Have their sensors picked us up yet?
Well, stealth systems are engaged. Unless we get close enough for a visual, they won't have any idea we're here.
Picking up some strange readings from the planet's surface.
Take us down, Joker. Lock in on the coordinates.
Negative on that, Commander. The nearest landing zone's 2 clicks away.
We'll never make it in time on foot. Get us something closer.
There is nowhere closer. I've looked.
Drop us in the Mako.
You need at least 100 meters of open terrain to pull off a drop like that. The most I can find near Saren is 20.
20 meters? We'll never get in close enough for a drop.
We have to try.
Find another landing zone.
There is no other landing zone!
The descent angle's too steep.
It's our only option.
It's not an option. It's a suicide run. We don't...
I can do it.
Joker,
I can do it.
gear up and head down to the Mako. Joker, drop us right on top of that bastard.
There's going to be a lot of combat down here, so you might want to actually think about who you would choose to go with you.
Keep moving! Inside! Now!
We have to get inside this bunker before Saren finds the conduit. There is no way we're getting past that door with brute force.
Saren found a way to open it. There must be some kind of security override somewhere in this complex.
We will have to find some way to get it up and running again.
Okay, a majority of the enemies that we're going to be fighting around here are going to be Geth. But there are going to be, at least I think, there are going to be a number of, Krogan, because Saren has Krogan working for him. Okay, in case you haven't been paying attention, what we are doing here is finally going after Saren. Now, we've known basically the entire game that Saren has been going after something called the conduit. We don't know what the conduit is yet, but it's something that the Protheans built, and Saren and Saren seem to think is, worthy of getting a hold of. That's going to allow them to, rid the galaxy of organic life and all of that thing. So, the conduit is here. You can pretty much be assured of that. The conduit is on this planet, but we don't even know what it is yet, although we can be pretty sure that Saren knows what it is. Saren knows where it is, and he's going to be getting it, so we shouldn't really be spending a whole lot of time. Yet somehow, we have plenty of time to screw around with these enemies here. These armatures are such a pain. And they're down. Now, a funny thing about this area here, it's actually quite easy to get lost, because there are a number of paths that you can take that don't actually lead anywhere. Like, had I continued on left, it just would have taken me down and across, and I would have had to fight a lot of enemies, but I wouldn't have gotten anywhere. I just would have ended up back where I started. What you really want to do is go this way. Oh, yeah. See what a Prothean looks like. That's a statue of one. Ugly. Geth. More Prothean statues. Didn't stand a chance. Okay. Move on though. There's going to be a lot of... Well, not quite yet. There's an elevator right back there that you can take to put yourself up there. But there really isn't a point to it. I don't think there's a point to it anyway. So I'm not going to do it. Stupid control scheme. So screwed up in this game. Now, coming up in this area we're going to go into are going to be a bunch of those leaping Geth that jump from the walls and stuff. Real pain in the butt. Some weird noises. Now, if you have biotic powers, what I found is using lift on these things is very useful. I mean, there's a chance you can miss, but in the event that you hit them, they stop leaping, you know. And their biggest advantage was their moving really quick to avoid getting hit. They don't take much damage before they go down.
Perimeter secured.
Is it? Is it really? Their elevators are so weird. They go down sort of at an angle. See, look at that. It goes down at an angle. I thought the idea in the elevator was to make it not take up as much space as like a stairwell. This is horrible.
It must be running off its own generator.
This must be the command center for the entire complex. Saren's troops must have sealed the doors from here after he went inside. We will have to figure out how to disengage the security lockdown if we ever want to get inside that bunker.
I've actually found that this battle we're about to run into is the hardest part of the game. I don't quite know why. It doesn't really make a lot of sense. But there's well, I guess I do know why, because there's a number of
Now it gets fun.
powerful Geth. There's a Geth Prime in here. Maybe two of them. But let's say I've gotten myself killed here before. So it's a good idea to save before you go in here. There's Geth Charge. There's another one. Now, this time, it was actually quite easy. The only one that never got close enough to really be a problem was that one Geth Prime, and it was taken out pretty quickly. Now the rest of the Geth, except for that one, are dead. Oh, look at that. It's a destroyer.
We're in the middle of a fight!
We're not. They're all dead.
It's over now.
It's over now. Now, something you can do here, provided that the battle is too tough for you, although I've never really found the point to doing it, is to go to these terminals and hack them. Oh, jeez. Override it. But it revives one of these here. And there's actually, I think, 4 of them. And you can bring them into the battle and they can kill all the enemies for it. But the problem is you gotta go and hack these terminals during the battles, and that's just messed up. I'm not entirely sure why I felt the need to go and do all of these right now, considering all the enemies are already dead. But whatever. Now, where we're gonna need to eventually go is down this tunnel. But we don't need to go down here now, so me running down here is just an example of me being lost for a minute. No, don't need to go here. You can't open that door.
I never dreamed I would actually find Ilos.
Can't open the door. You need to go upstairs. Okay, to either the left or the right, you will find a ramp heading upwards. And that will take you to a kind of a VI, virtual intelligence, that'll guide us through a little bit and let us unlock some doors and stuff.
Come, Saren already has a head start. We have to go find him before he reaches the conduit.
Unless he's already found it, then we're just walking into a trap.
That is a chance we will have to take.
Hold on. Something's happening.
Too late. Unable to... Invading fleets. No escape.
Sounds like some kind of message, but I don't recognize the language.
It is probably in Prothean. This recording must be 50,000 years old. No wonder we cannot understand it.
The message is all broken up, but I recognize some of the words. It's a warning against the Reaper invasion.
Of course. Between the beacons and the cipher, an understanding of the Prothean language would have been transferred into your mind.
Not safe. Seek refuge inside the archives.
What's it saying? Can you make out anything useful?
Vault Reapers. The Citadel. Overwhelmed. Only hope.
Act of desperation. The conduit. All is lost.
It said something about the conduit, but it's too degraded to help. We should go.
Cannot be stopped. Cannot be stopped.
Apparently it can't be stopped. Now up here, I'm not entirely sure why this is up here, but there's another ramp you can go further up. There's nothing here though. There's no enemies, no items, no doorways. It's just a emptiness and nothing. There's nothing there. So we gotta go back down and head over to that elevator I looked at earlier. This Prothean civilization's all messed up. Considering that these buildings are at least 50,000 years old, I'm surprised they held up as well as they did. I mean, the elevators still work, the power still works, and all that. It's crazy. Sideways elevator. Protheans loved their elevators, I guess. I get the idea why BioWare went and did this elevator thing. But in practice, it's a pain in the ass. I mean, to get rid of load screens seems like a good idea, but making characters stop and stand in an elevator as it moves, especially if a load screen's likely to happen anyway.
Who votes we take the vehicle into the creepy underground bunker?
Good idea. Firepower will come in.
So we're gonna take the Mako. I'm not entirely sure if it's absolutely required that you take the
I have spent
Mako.
my life studying the Protheans, but I never dreamed I would discover anything like this. This bunker might have been the last refuge of their entire species. Just imagine what mysteries it might hold. Imagine what secrets it might reveal.
Hey, try to remember why we're here. Saren, the conduit, the fate of the entire known galaxy.
I am sorry. I was swept up in the moment.
What are all those things on the wall? Some kind of containers?
They look like stasis pods. The Protheans probably tried to keep themselves alive.
I think I just ended those conversations. Okay, I'm not entirely sure if it's required, 100% required that you take the Mako, but I'm pretty sure you can't do this without it. Not that the enemies are too powerful, but eventually we're going to need to move very, very quickly, and you can't do that on foot. Okay. You may encounter a couple of Geth in these tunnels here. But what really is a point of interest is this force field up ahead. Oh, the control is so terrible. What were they smoking when they came up with this friggin' thing? Anyway, this force field is what we need to... we need to get around it.
What is happening?
It's a trap. Saren must have set an ambush.
I do not think Saren is behind this.
I'm going to continue this in the next episode, though, so coming back for the next episode of Let's Play Mass Effect.